There are bodies buried beneath the cherry trees. Oh yes, you can take my word for it. How otherwise do you think the blossom could bloom so splendidly? For 2 or 3 days, it's been disturbing me, that incredible beauty. But now at last I've got it. There are bodies buried beneath the cherry trees. You mark my word. Why each night on my way home should the one thing of all things that comes into my mind, like an all-seeing eye, be a trivial, gutless thing such as a safety razor blade? You said you didn't know, and I don't know myself either, but I'm sure the two cases are the same. The flowers on any tree, when they're in full bloom, spread about them a kind of air of mystery. As a child's top spinning clarifies into perfect stillness, as a skilled musical performance invariably conjures up its own illusion, so they carry the spell-invoking aura of procreation at white heat. A strange, alive beauty which never fails to make its mark on men's minds. Yet it's just that made me so desperately miserable yesterday and the day before. Somehow I couldn't believe in the beauty. It only made me uneasy, depressed, and empty. Now, at last though, I know. Just try imagining that each of these cherry trees, with its riotous mass of blossom, has a corpse buried beneath it. Then you'll realize what was making me so uneasy. The bodies of horses, say, or cats and dogs, or human beings, all putrid, crawling with maggots, and stinking intolerably. Yet, at the same time, dripping with a clear, crystalline liquid. The roots of the cherry trees fold them in an insatiable, octopus-like embrace, and a collection of fine tendrils, like the feelers of a sea anemone, suck up the fluid. What can be responsible for such petals, for such pistils and stamens? I seem to see the crystalline fluid drawn up by the tendrils, advancing dreamlike in quiet columns through the veins of the trees. Come, what are you pulling such a face for? Isn't it rather a pretty piece of clairvoyance? For my part, I find at last that I can look the blossom straight in the eye. I am freed from the mystery that disturbed me so much yesterday and the day before. 2 or 3 days ago, I came down into this valley and went along it, picking my way from one rock to the other. Among the spray, now here, now there, I could see the gossamer-winged mayflies being born, Aphrodite-like, from the water and fluttering up towards the sky above the valley. It's up there, that they celebrate their pretty little betrothals. Walking on a little, though, I came across something odd. Something in the water left by the stream in a pool on its dried-up bed. An unexpected iridescence, like floating petroleum, covered its surface. What do you think it was? The corpses of dead mayflies. Their wings, overlapping, covered the entire surface. That and uncurling, giving off an oily iridescence. Their graveyard after the laying of their eggs. When I saw it, something seemed to pierce through to my heart. I experienced the cruel joy of the ghoul breaking open a grave to enjoy the corpse within. Nothing in this valley pleases me. The nightingales and the tits, the young buds on the trees clouding the bright sunlight, bright green by themselves. They are no more than blurred images. What I need is the tragic note. Only when the balance is there do the images come into focus. My mind is a demon, thirsty for melancholy. Only perfect melancholy can give it peace. So, you wipe your armpits. A cold sweat, perhaps? I'm the same, But there's really nothing unpleasant about it. Just think of it as sticky, like snail snot. Then we shall be quite perfectly melancholy. Oh, those bodies, buried beneath the trees. Those bodies, inexplicable, born of who knows what flight of the fancy, They are one by now with the trees, and however I shake my head, they show no sign of separating again. The moment has come when I feel I can drink to the blossom, drink on equal terms with the villagers, carousing there beneath the cherry trees.